Hey everybody, this is Pastor Dave coming to you from my office, and today I want to talk to you about Lent Madness. I know I've talked about this in worship, and you may remember me talking about it from years ago, but it is a strange celebration that we get to participate in during Lent. So I've got this bracket, and for those of you who have done a March Madness bracket, it essentially works like that. We fill out our own brackets, and then along the course of Lent, we find out who wins in the matchups, and we see who gets the most correct. We've been doing this for a couple years on staff, and Shannon has really been dominating. So it's just a fun opportunity for us to check this out, so I thought I'd go through some of the details on how this works. So, to start with, where can you find information about Lent Madness? You can find it on our church website or also on lentmadness.org. I'll have a link to both of those in the description for this video, and that's where you'll see some updates. That's where you'll find our downloads for how to fill out a bracket, whether you want to do that as a hard copy or as a digital copy, and I'll go through that in a minute. But that's where you'll find the information. That's also where you'll find the voting. That's how Lent Madness works. We all fill out our brackets, and then there is a schedule of events. There's a tournament, essentially, of the saints. And you go online to the lentmadness.org, and you vote for the saint that you prefer. So I would encourage you, once you've filled out your bracket, to keep a copy of it so you remember who you had. But then go online, and when that matchup is happening, make sure you vote for the saint that you prefer. Here you can see lentmadness.org. This is where you'll come to do your voting, and this is also where you can come to find out more information. Tim and Scott do a weekly update, and you can look to see, here's more about Lent Madness, here's the bracket, here are the people who helped write about some of these saints, and there's just more information if you take a look through this website. For more specifically, the Our Savior's information, you come to oursaviorsnewalm.org, and you click on Lent Madness, and that will take you here where you can download a Lent Madness bracket, or you can download the digital XL file, which I have right here. So you can see that this is a bracket lineup for all of our saints. We've got the first bracket here, and it leads into the Saintly 16, the Elite 8, the Faithful 4, the Finals, and the Golden Halo, who actually wins that final title. So you'll see that next to each of our saints, there is a link that will take you to a biographical page about them. And you can see these yellow boxes. If you click on the yellow box, you'll see this arrow that pops up, and you can select who you think will win that matchup. Once you've selected, it'll take the yellow away so you know that that box is completed. And you can do that following the whole length of this bracket. And once you get into determining the Elite 8, you'll see that this now pulls from your selection from the Saintly 16, who you think will win in this next matchup. Once you've completed this, I ask that you save your file as your name -Lent Madness 2021. So for example, I would go over here, save as, we'll put it on the desktop, and type in Dave Nissen, and save it like that. Then email me your bracket at davidnissen18@gmail.com. So now that I've shown you how to fill out your bracket digitally, you can also fill out a paper copy of it and turn it into me. The sooner you get those paper copies to me, the better, because I'm going to be working on this. And it'll take some time to make sure I can input all of them correctly. So make sure you get those paper copies into me as soon as you can. Thanks. Now, I know a lot of you are wondering how you will pick the saint you think should win the Golden Halo. But I'm going to say this works just like a March Madness bracket. There are people like Shannon who are going to do a lot of work. They're going to read through this whole book, and I do have some extra copies that you can take a look at, and these will be available on our church website as well. Or there are some people who are just going to pick the most fun name, or people who will just pick whoever they think. The point of this isn't to stress over your choices or stress over who wins or who loses, but to learn something. So I hope that you'll take some time to fill it out, but if you want to, you can just write down some names, or if you want to follow along, you don't even need to fill out a bracket. You can just join in the fun when we have our updates. As we continue through the season of Lent and through the competition that is Lent Madness, I'll be providing some updates on our Facebook page or on our church website with the special page set aside for Lent Madness. That's how you can keep up with who's winning on staff or who's winning in the congregation. Finally, I know a lot of you are wondering why we're doing this. First of all, it's just a little fun. It's something strange that we can bond over. It's a game we can play together, even in this time of social distancing. So that's a big part of it. The fun is there. But also, there's a lot that we can learn. On Sundays in Lent, we'll be doing a study that focuses on some of the saints. Most of these we won't cover, but essentially what we're going to be talking about is what is a saint, why do we care about the saints, and what can we learn from them. This isn't just about the fun, although I think it's really fun. This is also about deepening our faith, learning about our history, and looking forward to the future of the church. So join us for those Sunday studies. In closing, thanks for tuning in to this video, and thanks for giving this silly idea a chance. I hope that we can join together in the fun of this, but also in the learning, the laughter, the competition. I think this could be a good way for us to connect and grow deeper in our faith in a different way. Quick reminder, your brackets are due in by February 16th, and then February 17th is Ash Wednesday, so that day is outside of Lent Madness. We take that day to remember what the season of Lent is about and to look forward for the church. And then the voting starts on February 18th on the Lent Madness website, which again can be found in the description of this video. So thanks for joining in, and I hope to see you in this competition. Hopefully, together, we can find someone who can beat Shannon in Lent Madness.